Well, Ngā Kōrero is a series that we've been running at St Peter's on Willis, and it's trying to get public debate on critical issues. So we had Jacinda Ardern and Grant Robertson here in January. We run 4 a year. When they came, we questioned them quite rigorously on the first 100 days in government. The last one we did was on climate change, and this one's on housing. The housing crisis, can it be solved? Well, the housing crisis is really serious because we don't have enough houses in New Zealand at the moment. There's been a huge underbuilding. There's a systemic problem, and as a result of that, housing has become just extremely expensive. So fewer and fewer people can buy homes. Rents have become inaccessible for many people, and we now have lots of people in emergency housing and living in cars. So we've got a systemic crisis that needs to be addressed. Housing's probably the biggest cause of poverty because whatever money people get through benefits or through low wages or whatever just gets gobbled up by housing. So and that money is going straight into the pockets of landlords. So it's not even being reinvested in housing. So we need much better design of income adequacy and the way in which we help people in this housing crisis. But most of all, we need a big build, and we need social housing that people can get access to, both in terms of home ownership and in terms of renting. It's taking place on Thursday the 26th of July at St Peter's Church on the corner of Gusney and Willis Street in Wellington, so it's right downtown. It's a beautiful building. We're going to be serving soup. Everything is free. Everyone is welcome. And then at 6 o'clock on the dot, we begin. And we'll begin with the Minister of Housing, Phil Twyford. He'll get 7 minutes to set out what he's doing about the crisis. And then there'll be 3 other speakers. And they'll get 7 minutes each. So these are Kay Saville-Smith, who is a researcher in this area and very, very informed about housing. Taimali Kiwi Tamasese. So she'll be picking up particularly the impact on Pacific Island families because they are some of the worst affected. And there's Paul Gilbert from the New Zealand Housing Foundation, a community housing provider. And they'll be responding to the Minister as well as putting forward solutions themselves. So that'll take up the first 28 minutes, half an hour or so. And then the second half hour will be simply open to the floor, questions, challenges and robust debate, we hope. If they want to put forward questions, and we welcome that, then just look at this Facebook page and underneath where I'm speaking at the moment, it will say where to direct those things. The evening, by the way, finishes at 7:15, so it doesn't take a lot of time. Normally finishes on a high point and people go home after quite a short period of time, but hopefully pretty stimulated. People are really welcome. We'd love people to come along. We believe in the public debate. We think these issues really need to be talked out in New Zealand, and we want to hear people's opinions. So come along, 5:30 at St Peter's on Willis, on the corner of Gusney and Willis, and I'm sure it'll be a great hour or so, which will be very stimulating.